Welcome to Dangerous Grounds Network at dangerousgrounds.network, the #1 online radio network. Crazy, funny, and badass. The world's best music. Hosts that will blow your mind. No Holds Barred Radio. Sponsored by Madison Rising. Dangerous Grounds Network. Let's get dangerous.
This is Sam from Madison Rising, and you're listening to Dangerous Grounds Network.
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're listening to Dangerous Grounds Network. Hey, you want a freedom boner or what? Listen now.
What's up? This is AJ from Madison Rising, and you're listening to Dangerous Grounds Network. And if you don't have a freedom boner right now, fuck you.
Welcome to the Dangerous Grounds Network, the #1 radio network in the world. Check us out at www.dangerousgrounds.network. Come join us and let's get dangerous. And if you don't have a freedom boner right now, take a hike.
You're out here acting so tough, and now I'm calling you bluff. Black hoods in the faces. We'll take it out to the streets. That's where we can meet. You bring your sticks, I'll bring gauges. Just don't know what you've been asking for. This means a war. Lock 'em up, knock 'em down.
time to strap our boots on. This is a perfect day to die. Wipe the blood out of our eyes. In this life there's no surrender, and there's nothing left for us to do. Find the strength to see this through. We are the ones who will never be broken. With our final breath, we'll fight to the death. We are soldiers, we are soldiers.
What's up, everybody? This is Chelsea. You might not know me yet, but you will. Keep on listening to Dangerous Grounds Network. Let's get dangerous.
What's going on, Dangerous Grounds Network? This is the Dangerous Grounds Radio Show with your host, Big Country, sitting along with Noah from 556 Records, Healing Tools for Warriors, and just a badass group of people out here coming on tonight to give y'all some very, very good educational info about some great programs, some great people out here doing some great things for the veteran community. the freedom fighter community, and first responder, just all the way around, just trying to show the love, show the help, show where the help's at, and be that helping hand. So we will get started with let the ladies go first, so y'all can introduce yourself and tell us which program you work with, what you do, where you at, and we'll start plugging in some info.
All right. So, good evening, everyone. This is Esther Hemphill with Sharing Hands Network, and we are an organization here in the Panhandle of Florida that focuses on helping veterans and military families that are, struggling with either PTSD, struggling with traumatic brain injury, or struggling with just the transition from being, this military warrior into a life as a civilian, right? When their identity, their purpose, etc., is different than it used to be. And with me, I've got Miss Penny Pinkham.
I am Penny Pinkham, and I am the organizer with Healing Tools for Warriors. And we connect warriors in our local community with businesses and organizations that are in the healing process. We also have arts therapy, which includes Noah Jimenez with our music program, and we also have art that we do that is proven to be healing for PTSD and TBI. And we've seen a lot of progress in this, and we hope to continue to make this grow.
All right, Mr. Noah from 556 Records.
Hey, what's going on? Thanks for having me on tonight. I'm Noah Jimenez with 556 Records. I have a record label / recording studio based out of just outside Nashville, Tennessee. And so the purpose and the mission behind it is for veterans that are singer-songwriters wanting to get their feet wet in the music industry, want to start working on a demo, or even just want to have a song idea that they want to jot out and need help with, or what have you. They can contact me at 556recordingstudio.com or .org. You can also find me on Facebook at 556 Records. I don't charge anything for veterans to come record in the studio. It's absolutely 100% free. I also help with publishing and a little bit on the music business side of it. So I'm just excited about that. I launched it maybe about 6 months ago, and so it's slow going and slow growing, but that's the way I like it. I'm not in a big rush to get too big, too fast. So I like where it's at. I like where we're going. I like what we're doing. So if you guys know of any veterans that are looking to record, hit me up. Send me some info. Send me a demo. Send me something. I'm in the Nashville area, Middle Tennessee, so I look forward to it, because I honestly don't think that veterans should have to pay the outrageous studio prices that Nashville or the surrounding areas, the recording studios charge. Veterans they're amazing heroes. And I don't feel that they should have to pay to share their stories, to share their songs, or to get them started, or to get them recorded, or anything like that. So that's why I started 556 Records.
Well, I have to say that all three programs are badass, and he's right. The mainstream music records in Charlotte, it's $60 just to go in there and record. Not counting the money that you got to do the master, to mix, and everything else like that. The program they got out here in the Panhandle, number one, it's a beautiful sight. It's the first time I've seen blue water, like literally blue water. And we had some great food today, some great fellowship. We had a bonfire out by the lake. It's amazing, and y'all definitely have to. We'll be posting up website links and stuff like that after the show, so that way y'all can get in here and actually start joining in these groups. There is going to be a 3-day festival this time next year. Y'all might want to start trying to make some room for your calendars next year, so that way y'all can come out, and it's going to help support Wounded Warriors, which we all know as Wounded Warriors who those are our Wounded Warriors on how much hard it is to get help, especially if you don't know it's there. Whenever you come out of the military, you go through ACAP, learn how to write a resume, blah blah blah. See you later. They don't tell you anything else. I didn't know about any of these organizations until like 3 months after I was out. And you got some great people sitting right here that got a lot of resources, who are very, very educated on how to help people. And they're very positive, very motivated, and do everything they can. So y'all dive into to what y'all like to do.
Yeah, because you're right about the number of resources, right? And we see firsthand the sincere concern that these companies have. And sometimes these are companies that provide the services. Other times these are just the companies that want to provide support for the veterans by providing either funding or a donation or a contribution to an event. I mean, when Penny and I did the event last fall, we had over 100 companies come together and give, donations in excess of it was like $30-something thousand worth of items that they gave in order for us to love on the vets. And the cool thing is we were able to pass every bit of that right straight through. I mean, Sharing Hands Network and our Healing Tools for Warriors program is not about us trying to make money. It's trying to make sure that compassion and that generosity and that sincere desire to see the lives of veterans made better, we want that to pass straight through us. So the love that they give to us is the love we try to pass straight forward. And another thing that we try to do here with Sharing Hands Network is, instead of having the donation made to us and then we're the ones that love on the veterans, something that we do a lot of is we try to bring the companies together with the veterans so that they can actually meet these individuals firsthand, right? And I know that last year, one of the things that we made available to some of our bigger donors was the chance to actually go out fishing with the veterans. Dude, that was the one thing that everybody wanted. It's like, you mean we get to go hang out with some vets, some real vets, and talk shit with them, and just go have fun with them, and
we like to talk shit.
And you guys do. It's like we got a couple that's joining us this weekend, and when we told them about the program, the man said, "I only got 2 questions. Do I have to take a bath all weekend long?" And we said, "No." And he said, "And can I cuss?" And I said, "Yeah, it's veterans, of course, as expected." But the thing is, it's like there's so many people that love, and it saddens me to find a veteran or to talk to a veteran family who says, "We don't have," or "We don't know where to find." And we're like, no, it's out there. There's hundreds, if not thousands, of resources available to veterans, right? In addition to the thousands of things that are available through the VA. And so I understand that the VA is what you are educated about when your transition is in process a little bit, right? You get your two PowerPoint presentations, and I'm not demeaning that, right? But there's only so much they can convey to you during that transition process. What Sharing Hands Network tries to do is say, okay, let's pick you up where you came out, and let's see if we can find what the unique resources are that you need, the relationships that you need, right? And let's get those things connected with you, because it's not a one-time deal. What most vets that we've talked with are dealing with, this is a journey they're on. It isn't you go pick up a packet, oh, that fixed everything. Yeah, that's great, I'm done. Yeah. That's not the journey that most veterans that we're talking with are on. And then life shifts and things happen. And we had a situation, just, I think it was about 3 weeks ago, right? Veteran that's been out for years just had a bad month. He had a really bad month. And all of a sudden, bills were coming and things were happening. And now you've got a veteran that can't put groceries on the table for his family. forget PTSD and healing, you know, it's just like he's struggling through so much. So Sharing Hands Network said, we can bring people to the table that can help put groceries on your, you know, in your pantry until you get your check in. So, so the whole thing about Sharing Hands Network is we're like, what do you need? We're going to go help find it for you, right? We don't just do the one thing. It's just like, we help you. What do you need? We're going to go find it.
And that's one of the greatest reasons why I liked joining with Sharing Hands Network is the heart that has to be involved in this process.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, when you talk to these businesses that are donating and offering items for these warriors, one of the biggest things that I found is that they want that connection with the warrior also. Mm-hmm. And the warrior needs that connection from them. They feel so displaced once they're out of the military. It's not that they don't feel like the community loves them. They just feel so disconnected. It's like being the first kid in class in a new school. My sons are 3 of my sons are wounded warriors. And I saw them struggle with this and their purpose. What their purpose is now that they've been injured and they can't do things that they want to do. I can't do this, I can't do that, and we have to show them you can do this. Let's find out what you can do. And that's what started in my heart to begin this program.
And that's one thing that a lot of us has learned, that, you know, when you're out here helping, no, it's not about the money. It is about the heart and the compassion.
Yes.
You got to love what you do to be able to keep on doing it, because it can get stressful. It can get busy. There's many nights without sleep. Because of worrisome. I mean, you know, there's a bunch of people out here that we know and love every day that needs this help. So, you know, bringing all these people together, different companies, different organizations, different ways that they help, it's just like bringing the pieces of puzzles together.
It is.
And that's a great thing. And that's one thing that I've been saying for the last year and a half is, where can we have a place big enough to just bring everybody together? Because there's nothing like meeting people face to face, handshakes, hugs, and whatnot, instead of, hey, I need some help over the phone. Well, let's get out here and really meet somebody. So, and you got this, and now you got music. 556 Records, yeah, I'll tell you right now, that is the first record company that I've ever heard that if you're a vet and you want to sing, which a few of you know, Nick, my brother, it's time. My brother Nick, he's the XO of PWI. I would put my paycheck down for a whole year that he can outplay Slash and Kirk Hammett hands down. He's just good. He's that good. So, going to a little song break here. You're listening to the Dangerous Grounds radio show on the Dangerous Grounds Network. We'll be right back. Here's some Social Distortion with the Ring of Fire.
It's a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring. Bound by wild desire, I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. That ring of fire, that ring of fire. The taste of love is sweet when hearts like ours meet. I'm for you like a child. Oh, but the fire went wild. I fell into a burning ring
little bit of social distortion with the Ring of Fire from the great Johnny Cash. So, getting back into Sharing Hands, 556 Records, and Healing Tools for Warriors, how to get in contact, how to help, if you want to jump in and help. If you got something that you want to bring to the table that they can add to, their list of tools, because it's pretty much one big bag of tools that they use together to help us out. So
it's true. Okay, so I think I'm going to say, first of all, if you're a vet who's listening to this and saying, I didn't know this existed, and I want to find out more about this. If you'll just go to our Facebook page, there's a Healing Tools for Warriors Facebook page, and just IM us through that Facebook page. Just do a private message through it. If you want to help, okay, same thing. You can come at it through the Facebook page, which is a Healing Tools for Warriors, or there's a Sharing Hands Network page. You'll recognize it because our logo is a daisy. It looks like 5 individuals coming together in the middle, working on a problem together. So our logo is actually includes a daisy. If you would like to donate, the website that you can go to for that is give.sharinghandsnetwork.org, and credit card donations can be made through that. But you know what, Penny and I were talking during the break that when we did the Healing Tools event last year, we just made it about the vets, and we didn't really integrate the community into those relationships at that point in time. And when Penny and I were doing the planning for this year, what we said is the biggest change we wanted to make was to create more relationship, because relationship for us is everything. It's people you work for, it's people you work with, right? But if relationship is not in there, you're really missing a huge element of it. And so we did awareness events this year that included the community. Guess what happens when you start having awareness events? Penny got a phone call, what was it, a week or so, and tell them what the phone call was about.
Yeah, I got a call about a week ago, and it was where we had our awareness event at 4C Barbecue here in Funiac Springs, and they had a customer that came in and said that he had seen on social media that we had an awareness event and that he needed help. That he was at the point where he wanted to hurt himself, and that he would please, he needed hope. He needed something that he could actually do something with, and he didn't know where else to go, and he saw it on social media, and he came looking for through 4C Barbecue.
Awesome.
So that's an amazing story right there, right?
Yes,
we do a fundraiser, somebody in the community who just sells barbecue. See, can I just lay down a point right there? There are people who think, I just do this, right? And they just go, Penny, we laugh at Penny because Penny used to say, I'm just a mom. Oh, no, Penny. Oh, no, you are not just a mom. I don't just, run a nonprofit. It's like the work, you don't just wash cars. You don't just sell, barbecue. It's like, trust me, whatever it is that you have been put on this planet to do, even though it may be small in your eyes, it's big in somebody else's life. And it's those little interactions, like that man walking into a barbecue place to get a sandwich, learns out about the program, and then says, that's me. Yeah. That's me, right?
Everything you do has a ripple effect in eternity.
Oh.
Just like throwing a rock into a still pond. Everything you do ripples. Small interactions that you have with people. Passing someone on the street or sidewalk or in a store or Walmart, and you just look at them and smile.
Smile, yes.
And that's it. It could just change the whole course of their day. So everything you do has a purpose and a meaning. So you don't just do whatever it is that you do. You're not just doing that. You're a part of this huge organism that is life, and we're all connected in one way or another, and we should all be reaching out to each other and helping each other and doing things for each other, not being divided by the color of our skin or our religious beliefs or our political beliefs or anything like that. You know, we've got to sometimes step back and see the bigger picture of what life is, where we are, where we want to go as human beings, and just take yourself out of the equation and just look at the bigger picture of things. You know, people get stressed out and have anxiety about stupid stuff, especially on damn Facebook. It's like, come on. In 5 years, is this going to matter?
No.
Look at the big picture. In 60 days, is that comment about whatever on your damn Facebook, is that really going to matter? No. Step outside of it. Look at the bigger picture. Look in that dark place, and I couldn't see a purpose. I couldn't see a mission for myself. I couldn't see anything. I just saw what I was in, what I was dealing with, what I was hurting with, and I just isolated, shut down, didn't want help, didn't want to get help, none of that stuff. And finally, I got to the point to where I knew another suicide attempt was coming, and I was like, man, I can't do this anymore. So the first place I went was to church, and that has changed everything for my life in the past almost 9 months. But it's about seeing the bigger picture. You know, 556 Records was birthed out of these two guys that I met at the VA a couple of years ago when I was teaching guitar out there, and I heard them play this beautiful song. Never heard it before, and I asked them, I'm like, can you guys please play this song again? So they did. They played it for me. Beautiful song. Fell in love with it. It was amazingly written, and I said, can I please record this song? I'm going to school for audio engineering. Can I please record this song at no cost, for free? I'm, going to be doing it in a multi-million-dollar recording studio in downtown Nashville. It's not going to cost you a dime. It's actually part of a school project that I need to do. Can I please do it? Wow. They said, absolutely.
Did they think you were punking them?
They did. Because it took about a month. I think it was a month to about 6 weeks before I heard back from them, because I gave them my card. And they reached out to me. I scheduled them, got them into the studio, recorded the song, and then I found out last year that Saliva picked it up, and it is track number 7 on Saliva's last album, and the song is called Breakdown. The two guys that originally wrote it are both combat veterans, James Greer and Mike Allen, and they wrote the song from the point of view and from the aspect of struggling and dealing with PTSD. And a lot of people don't know the story behind that song. They're just like, oh, well, this is a song on Saliva's album. Well, there's a story behind it, because when I met both of these guys, and I'm pretty sure they wouldn't mind me telling this story, when I met both of them, they were at a PTSD clinic, inpatient treatment, at the VA. And so they were struggling, and out of their struggle birthed this beautiful, amazing song that, of course, now they're having to fight with Sony Records to get paid for, which is, again, why I hate major record labels and started my own. But so that kind of birthed where 556 Records came from, because there's so many veterans out there that have such a beautiful story to tell.
They do.
Such a beautiful song in their heart. And I want to help get that out there. Why? Because, and this will probably make some people upset, but honestly, I'm tired of hearing songs about war from people that have never stepped foot into a war zone, aside from maybe, oh, I did a USO tour in Iraq when it was calm and cool. And you guys know the band I'm talking about. Or Kuwait. Don't even get me started there. So, all these bands and all these country artists that are making money off of stories of veterans pisses me off, because it's like, okay, I don't want to hear it from you. I want to hear it from the horse's mouth. Exactly. I want to hear it from this guy. There's douchebags out there like Toby Keith that are making millions and millions of records sold because he's this badass country, the army's gonna kick your butt, blah 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 blah, whatever, and people buy into it. Okay, cool, that's very patriotic. Well, no, he's just marketing a product, and people are buying into it.
That's right.
And that irritated me. That bothered me. And so, honestly, like, bands like Madison Rising, absolutely love those guys. They're patriotic, but they're veterans. They get it. They get it. They're the real deal, you know? And
do you hear the truth in their lyrics also?
I do.
And do you think that provides healing for the vets that are listening to it? Because you're saying that you got healing just by, you almost had a supernatural experience just sitting there listening to that song. You're like, this is speaking to me. This is touching me in a place that artificial lyric machine.
Yeah, because one of the taglines from that song that Mike and James wrote, the song is called Breakdown, but the ending tagline at the end of the chorus is, who's going to catch me when I break down? Which is something that every veteran has struggled with. Whether you come back home, you know, you wonder, man, when crap finally hits the fan and I feel like I'm going to lose it and I feel like I'm going to break down, is there going to be anybody to catch me when I do? You know, both of these guys, like me, have gone through divorces and have felt that abandonment, have felt that rejection. And that's where that song spoke to me. You know, was that their intention behind that meaning? No. But to me, that's what it spoke to my heart. To me, that's what I heard. To me, that's what I took away from it. So that's why I absolutely fell in love with that song. And, so please go buy that, at least just that one song, so we can get Mike and James paid. Because Sony Records, man, they are. And honestly, you know, no disrespect to Saliva. They did a beautiful rendition of it. They did a great job. But I'm all about the original, because the way that Mike and James sang it together was just beautifully. And I have the only recording of that. There's no other recording of those two guys singing together. I own that. So Sony, you can kiss my butt. I got the original. I recorded it before they did, so therefore I have rights to it.
I was sitting there looking for it too. So, you know, you're talking about Madison Rising, and of course, you know, that's, you know, it's battered but not broken. It is a deployment from start to finish. And this next music break, coming from our sponsor, this is one of the ones that touches me the most. Well, one of them out of the whole album. This is Where Are You Now by Madison Rising.
Until she sleeps and finds him wanting in the end.
out by Madison Rising. We were sitting here with Dan. We were sitting having a conversation, so now y'all can see us on Facebook Live too. So, one of the things that we're sitting here talking about, is, okay, veterans' problems and stuff that that we go through is finding our sense of purpose. What is it that we can do? What is it that we can help our brothers and sisters do to the point of getting them back on track? Get them out of their minds, getting them something to do so that when they're not sitting there on their couch feeling depressed and getting to that point to where they just see no means to an end. Mm-hmm. And that's where everybody has come in and thrown all these organizations in there, like, okay, BWI, of course everybody knows that's tattoo therapy. We take volunteers all over the U.S. that wants to come help find different tattoo shops and stuff like that. Now you've got the Dangerous Grounds Network, who's topping the charts on online radio right now. We don't do literally Facebook Live, even though you might see me on my phone right now, but there's a point behind radio is you're not supposed to really be seen. You use your imagination. And, and that's the thing about it is, though, and it gives them their show. They can say what they want to say. They can talk about what they want to talk about. We have a lot of educational shows out there that helps with stuff. Smashly, that helps me on the 3%er morning show. She's got a lot of stuff out there. Into 22, they're a great group. Yep. One thing that I think that a lot more organizations should do out there is the awareness is already spread. Well, it's time to put the damn fire out. Yeah. It's time to find something to get these guys busy, engaged, and keep moving. Keep the positive stuff going on, because you don't. Yeah, there's negativity out there. You got Antifa, you got the stupid ass no fans left, kneeling for the damn national anthem. You know what? There's people like myself and Noah who sweat and bled and had brothers and sisters that died to give you that right to throw a fucking pigskin to make millions of dollars. And you want to kneel for it because you think it's racist and you don't like the president. Well, why don't you go to the gravesite and look at the angels that are sitting there 6 feet under? Just saying. But, if you go to the Dangerous Grounds Network Facebook page, I did post both links to their organizations. So that way y'all can go check them out. Donate to them. You can even message them and see how to get involved. Mm-hmm. This is a really great thing that's going on. I'm honored to be down here in Florida. This is my first trip to Florida, so it is an amazing experience. I got to link back up with a brother of mine that I have not seen in 7 years. He was one of my mentors in the military, and I love him to death. And meeting new family, new friends. So it's great. It's a greght program. They got the Redneck Rendezvous coming up next year, and I don't see a 500-foot long by 100-foot wide slip and slide for the kids myself.
That's not for the kids. You know it's Don't lie. Don't lie. It's for you.
Yeah, it's for you.
I'll do it. Floaty and everything.
Dish soap.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And for you singers and musicians out there, 556 Records, free. What the? Holy shit! This one right here.
We'll be laying down some tracks tomorrow. Come on, Big Gun.
Yeah, buddy.
That's it. And what's great about 556 Records, and me being a part of it, is that if you got a song idea and you got a voice, you don't have the music, that's not a problem. That's not an issue. I've been playing guitar for 21 years, bass, drums. I play a little bit of everything, mostly by ear, because I learned how to play guitar in the old school where we didn't have YouTube. or internet. If we wanted to learn how to play a song, what we had to do was sit there, wait for it to come on the radio station, and press the record and play button to record the song on tape, and then go back and then listen to it by ear with a guitar. I mean,
and no digital,
today, nowadays, kids got it so easy learning how to play guitar. But what's great about 556 Records is even if you don't have the musical ability, but you've got a song and you've got the voice, even if you don't have the voice. But anyway, the point is, that's where I can help. I can help produce it. I can play all the instruments on it. I can put everything together and be like, here, even if it's just a form of therapy for you, even if you're not trying to get out there and get a record contract and make a big $1 million, even if you're wanting to do it to just be like, you know what, I want my friends and family to understand where I'm coming from, and this song is from my heart. This is where I'm coming from. Let me try to explain it to them this way. Perfect. Let me help. I would love to help because music is amazing. Music is beautiful. It can take you to places where nothing else can, aside from some crazy drugs, I'm sure. But you can literally hear a song that you haven't heard in 20, 30 years, and automatically you go back to where whatever memory is tied to that song, you go back there in your mind. You can smell the smells, you can almost taste whatever, you can hear, you can see. I mean, you just know exactly where you're at.
And I can just there, close my eyes, and I can see it all.
Exactly.
I can see every last bit of it.
Yeah, and so music is a great form of therapy because you can start replacing some of those negative memories with positive ones through music. Something else you can do, I used to do this, not so much anymore, but when I was having really bad nightmares and whatnot, I used to fall asleep playing to music. And I would wake up and I would hear the music and know, okay, I'm home safe.
Yep.
Boom. I did that for about a year. So that's good. So that's something else that music helps with. I mean, there's a whole list of things, but 556 Records is here to help in any way that we possibly can, because it's not about us, it's about the veteran. Because we can talk about awareness all day long. I'm aware of this, I'm aware of that, I'm aware that my fat butt is sitting in a chair on a wooden floor. But it's not going to change anything until I get up and actually do something. So we need some action behind it. So, I think that we're all pretty much aware about the 22 veterans a day that kill themselves. We got it. Yes. It's a thing. It is a thing, and it's a horrible thing. But what are we doing about it? Honestly, I believe that the veteran community, we need to be policing our own. We need to be reaching out to our own. We need to be checking on our battle buddies, checking on everybody. It's like, hey, Battle, you doing all right today?
That's
you
right.
okay? You need to talk?
That's right.
Because nobody else is going to do it.
And
go ahead.
That's something that if y'all don't notice, whenever I do my buddy checks, I end up with 150 to 200 people to check in. And I pay attention to that. If I don't see somebody that's on my buddy check when I do it, I might do it once or twice a week. I might do it 3 times a week. But it's the same people every time.
Yes.
And if you don't notice somebody on there, that's where you start to worry. Okay, where's this person at? Just like our show, the 3% Morning Show. Ron C. He's a Carolinian, but he lives in Oklahoma. If Ron C's not on the 3% Morning Show, then my mind's going, where's he at? Is he okay? What's going on? But you're damn right. The awareness is there. We know about it. It's time to put the fire out. And
I think one of the biggest fears is the stigma.
Yeah.
And this goes all the way back to our military career. When you were sick or you were injured or what have you, you got treated differently. It's just a nice way of putting it. And called a sick call ranger. So, so there's this negative stigma about that, about getting help, about asking for help. or going to seeing a doctor or any of that stuff. There's this negative stigma, and unfortunately when we get out of service we carry that with us. I'm going to tell you right now, again, I survived 3 suicide attempts, okay? I reached out and I got help. There's nothing wrong with that. It takes more strength, more courage, more determination, more heart, more passion, more love for yourself to reach out for help than it does to sit there and be stuck and isolated with your bottle of booze or your drugs or your pills or whatever it is that's making you feel all warm and fuzzy like you're wrapped up in your whoopee, but it's not helping you in the long run. It's not going to get you where you want to go because you're being stuck. You need to get help, and there's nothing wrong with asking for help.
There's not.
So I always say this whenever I do my own videos, but I'm going to go ahead and say it now since I've got the floor. I'm not trying to take over, but 556 Records Facebook, 556 Records. You can go 556record.com.org. If you needed somebody to talk to, reach out to me. I will give you my number and we will talk till 4 a.m. if that's what it takes. But call, talk, reach out to somebody, reach out to a battle buddy, reach out to Big Country here. This man doesn't sleep.
Well,
you know what?
I did today.
The man was straight like this.
He almost fell on the floor.
A few times. Yeah, but you know, he's always available. I'm always available for veterans because I understand. I know what you're going through. I've been there. I've done that. And I'm not proud to wear that T-shirt, but it's a part of my life. It's a part of my past. It's part of who I am, and it's made me who I am today. So please reach out, ask for help. Okay, we're all still on the same team. It's still the same fight.
You know, and that's right. You know what? And a lot of people don't know about this, but I'm gonna throw it out there now. It is actually coincidence that it ended up like this. Operation I Got Your Six, Greenville, South Carolina. That's my year date of putting the gun in my mouth and pulling the trigger, and nothing ever happened. That was my wake-up call, right there. You know, we've all been at that point. Well, I can't say all of us, but a lot of us have been at that point to where the people that are at home, they haven't changed. We educated ourselves. Like the whole 360. I want to be able to wrap my arms around you and be like, I got you.
That's good.
So, you know, it's y'all definitely. We'll post 556 Records up on the Dangerous Grounds Network Facebook page too, so that way y'all can get up with Noah. All right, we're gonna go into a little song break here, talking about going to sleep for music and deployments. Check out Chelsea Cameron and Rio. This is Chandelier.